Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make this really simple, great looking, easy to make survival base. Here is absolutely everything that you might want to know about the base. Here is a shot of the house, here's a shot of the farm, here's a shot of the mine shaft. Of course, I can't go that far down because, well, I'm in a creative world. I'll hit bedrock in like 3 smacks. We even have a fishing pond. And of course, we have all of these walls to keep everything safe. It's a really cool looking base. It's so simple to build. And whether you're new to Minecraft or if you've just made a brand new world, then this is a really cool goal that is very, very easily expanded upon that I'm sure that you guys will like. If you enjoy these sorts of videos, please do remember to like the video. That'd really help me out, and suggest what else you'd like to see in the future down below in the comments. I'm actually considering making a bigger, slightly more complicated version of this. You'll have to let me know whether that's something you'd like to see. But without any further ado, why don't I actually show you how to make this thing? So, if you want to make it, here's what you'll need. Grab yourself some spruce wood, some oak wood fence, some oak wood slabs, some oak wood stairs, some oak wood, some cobblestone wall, glowstone, wooden trapdoors, stone brick stairs, some stone brick slabs, oak doors, glass pane, beds, chests, crafting tables, and some furnaces. A lot of this is actually simply to just make the house and the farm that we have on the actual survival base. I haven't included everything that we'll need just because we'll be swapping in and out materials so often that it's easier if we start off with just this. We will be needing more things later on. Make sure that you have everything that we have here, and once you have that, you're going to want to begin by figuring out where to build your survival base. This is quite a small base. It only takes up a 21 block by 21 block area. So, find somewhere in your world that is preferably flat and begin by placing a row of 21 spruce wood in a row. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Extend that 21st block backwards by 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. We then want to connect these two rows together. So we're going to drag this 20th block all the way across, and then we're going to connect it to the very first block that we placed. This will create a 21 block by 21 block area, like this. What we're now going to do is we're going to start off on top of the very first spruce wood block that we place, and we're going to begin by placing the entrance to the actual base. There's only one, it's a big gate, so choose whichever side you want your gate to be on and begin from there. So, on top of this corner block, I'm going to place a spruce wood. Right of it, an oak fence. Spruce wood, oak fence, spruce wood, oak fence, spruce wood, oak fence, spruce wood. Place an additional spruce wood on top of that. Do 2 upper right diagonals. 1, 2. 2 bottom right diagonals. 1, 2. Connect down. Knock out all of these bottom blocks associated with the entrance, and place 2 rows of fence coming down from the spruce wood that you have underneath the entrance. That creates like a cool medieval gate sort of deal. I like it. Now, we're going to customize this little bit of an entrance a little bit by using oak wood stairs, and we want to place a layer of oak wood stairs, including an oak wood slab on top of and outside of the gate area, like this, exactly how you would a roof. We're then going to make it so that this overextends itself by 1 row, and in doing this, it's just going to make it look ever so slightly nicer, like this. We're going to place some upside down oak wood stairs underneath every single overhanging stairs. And something that I've just thought of, you can do this, you cannot do this, it's completely up to you. If you like, you can kind of like mark the entrance of the gate with maybe like a glowstone, with like a cobblestone wall on top of it. Or not. Maybe that crowds the place a little bit, but these are ideas. What we now want to do is we want to place a layer of, and a pattern of, oak fence, spruce wood, oak fence, spruce wood, so on and so forth, going around the entire base. So going around the entire fence, the barrier, the wall of the survival base, we want to have this reoccurring pattern followed on from the entrance of our survival base. This is going to create a nice 2.5 block wall that surrounds the base. It will make it a lot safer. It means that there really is only one entrance for most mobs to be wandering in. Of course, they still can spawn, although there is a fair amount of light surrounding the base. We also want to place a layer of oak wood slabs on top of the fence. This is the extra half block. I did say 2.5. You guys might have thought that was crazy, but you didn't take note of the oak wood slab. How could you? I only just mentioned it. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with that, but the point is, we want to have oak wood slab going all the way around the top of the fence, and it'll look quite nice, exactly like that. Yeah, I like it. Now, once you've got that sorted out, we can now actually begin by adding features to the survival base. We have walls, we have an entrance. What more could we need except a house? So come all the way to the very back left-hand corner of your fence. This block. You want to move in and leave a gap of 2 diagonally from this back corner, so leave this block and this block alone. I've destroyed them, of course, but you know, roll with it. And on top of this block, we're actually going to begin by building our very simple house. So this house, we're going to place an oak wood in this position. We then want to, in front of this oak wood, place an oak wood slab, or an oak wood plank, I should say. Then we want to place an upside down stone brick stairs in front of the oak wood. Place an oak wood plank in front of the stair with an oak wood in front of that. So oak wood plank, upside down stair, oak wood plank, regular oak wood. I know it gets confusing. Going right of this oak wood, we want to place an oak wood plank. Then right of that, we actually want to place a door. Right of that, an oak wood plank. Right of that, a regular oak wood. Coming back from this, an oak wood plank. Then an upside down stone brick stair. Then an oak wood plank. Then an oak wood. Coming across the back of this, we're simply going to have a long row of oak wood plank. Now, on top of each one of the oak woods, not the planks, we want to place an oak wood fence. This is on top of the corners. On top of the stone brick stairs, we want to place glass pane. And everywhere else, we want to place a layer of oak wood plank. So basically, just add everywhere up with oak wood plank that isn't on top of the stone brick stair. Like this. The next thing we want to do is place a layer of oak wood on the left hand and right hand side of the build, going from the front to the back, basically on top of the oak wood fence connecting the front and back sides together. We then want to, at the front and the back, connect the front pair and the back pair of oak woods diagonally to create a triangular shape like this. And the back as well. So on the back, we also want to do the same thing, like this. And what we then want to do is simply fill in underneath the triangle using oak wood like this. And on the back as well, we want to do the same thing here. Then we're going to add a strip of stone brick stairs on the very left and right hand sides of the build, with oak wood stairs coming further up these sides of the roof. So we want to have 2 rows of oak wood stairs coming up the sides of the roof. We're then going to have a layer of stone brick stairs overhanging the front of the build and the back of the build too, like this. So just to make it look a little bit more interesting, we want to have the stone brick stairs overhang. We want to have upside down oak wood stairs underneath the overhanging pair of stone brick stairs, and we want to have a regular oak wood stair slot in between the top 2 pairs, like this. This will create an interesting-ish pattern to look at, like so. And then we can just place a strip of stone brick slabs on top of the roof, and that gives a pretty unique and cool looking roof for very little effort. Around the actual entrance, we're going to place oak wood fence around the door with a strip of stone brick slabs directly above it. We're going to destroy the interior of the house and with that the door as well. And we're going to place a layer of oak wood slabs where the grass used to be, or whatever land it is that you have. We're going to add a light to the top of the build using an oak wood fence with a glowstone underneath and wooden trapdoors surrounding it. This is one of my favourite lights to do. I think it looks really good and it's incredibly simple. And I'm also going to just add a couple of things that you'd expect to find in a survival house, such as a bed, a chest, crafting tables, and that sort of stuff. I'm not going to be adding anything crazy to this build. This is just a starter base. It's nothing fancy. I'm also, if you like, this is just completely decoration. If you want to put a particular painting in your house, then you might find that you just want to add that. You could even completely recarpet the house with maybe some red wool or something like it, if you want to make it a bit homier. You've also got the options of just completely redoing the roof on the inside, or just adding like a couple of upside down stone brick stairs just to make it look a little bit more interesting. I'm going to pop the door back on now because I think that that's pretty much everything that we have to do with the little miniature survival house. Once that's taken care of, the next thing that we're going to do is the farm. So the farm is going to require the oak wood. We'll need the oak wood fence, oak wood slabs. We'll also need the cobblestone wall. The glowstone will also need wooden trapdoors here. And we're also going to need, we'll even need a little bit of cobblestone too. And we will also want some farming equipment. So a hoe and some seeds that we can plant. Those can be any seeds whatsoever. That should just about be everything. Come to the front left-hand corner of your actual walls, the outer walls. From this corner, you want to leave a gap of 1 coming in diagonally, and on this second diagonal, place an oak wood. From this oak wood, you want to go upwards by 2 with your oak wood fence, 1, 2. Place an oak wood, then place 2 fence coming up, 1, 2. Place an oak wood, go right by 4 with the oak fence, 1, 2, 3, 4. Place an oak wood, come down by 1 with the oak fence, leave a gap of 1. Knock out the floor and place a cobblestone. Leave a gap of 1 coming down. Place an oak wood fence with an oak wood down from the fence. Then connect your oak wood fence back to where you started to give you this area. This is where the farm will be. We're then going to place a cobblestone wall on top of the center oak wood with an oak fence on top of that. And then add another oak fence for a bit of height. Add an oak wood slab on top of that. Extend the slab outwards by a few blocks, maybe 1, 2, maybe even 3. Extend that third block down by 1 the oak fence. Place a glowstone underneath with wooden trapdoors all around the glowstone. This is just going to provide a little bit of extra light and keep any theoretical non-existent Minecraft crows away from your crops. Now, we're going to create the farmland. So, this area and this area, the 2 rows at the top and bottom of the farm, are going to be where we plant seeds. So, hoe the land, till the land, and place seeds inside, like this. I'm also going to destroy, say, this block here, place cobblestone in it, and I'm also going to create a little bit of a grass path. Now, I can just place grass path, but I'm pretty sure if I just shovel it, that we can create it just like that. We could even do it here and here if we wanted to as well. That looks quite good if you ask me. Maybe we'll even actually leave that block, and maybe we'll just leave that like a regular grass, just to kind of create a little bit of a difference. But yeah, that's a very simple farm that looks great. Now, we're going to move on to the next part, which is the mine. The mine is situated on the front right-hand corner of the build, and we're going to need some different materials to actually make it. So we're going to want stuff like cobblestone. We're going to want things like cobblestone stairs and cobblestone slabs, and we'll even want some like stone. And for some reason, I don't know why, I actually placed some oak wood around the mine and I kind of liked it. Some grass or dirt will do very well as well, and maybe even a little bit of bone meal. We'll probably want some more stuff. So, starting from the front right-hand corner of your survival base, leaving a gap of 1 coming in diagonally, place an oak wood. Leaving a gap of 4 in the floor coming left, 1, 2, 3, and 4, place another oak wood. Leaving a gap of 6 in the floor coming upwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, place an oak wood. Then move to the right, leave another gap of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. On top of this 5th block, place an oak wood, and these are the dimensions in which we are going to build our mine. So we're going to start off with a square stone foundation, like this, inside of the borders of the oak wood. That's what we're looking for, guys. Should be fairly simple. What we then want to do is we want to shape it. So this is where the entrance is going to be. I'm going to place 2 stone and I'm going to knock out the center block. This is the sort of area that we're working with here. Now, I'm going to place like a layer of cobblestone stairs on top of the stone, like this, just to shape it a little bit. So maybe like even here and here. I'm also going to stick a roof on this using cobblestone slabs, but I also want to have a little bit of grass on top of it as well to make it look natural. Maybe with like another cobblestone slab in this position. I'm going to make it so that these 2 blocks at the entrance are stone with some cobblestone stairs in front, and I might even have it so that perhaps we incorporate a little bit of like cobblestone wall here with maybe like, I don't know, maybe even we can get another glowstone because I really like, I don't like that. With like just a cobblestone wall there, and maybe we just like make the entrance of the mine look a little bit more realistic, a little bit more interesting. I'm also going to bone meal the grass just because I prefer it if there was a flower in here. No. Oh, damn it, I just had a flower. There we go, perfect. Yeah, that looks pretty good if you ask me. And then if you wanted to, you can always just mess about with the area a little bit by placing some like cobblestone and some cobblestone stairs and all sorts of stuff if you wanted to, just to kind of make it look a tad more interesting, a little bit more cave-like. And then inside the cave, you might want it so that you do actually have a little bit of a light source in here, so whether that's like just a regular torch off the wall, but we don't actually... Okay, so let's destroy one of the stairs and we'll actually have a torch coming off the wall. And then you could have it so that you actually did, like, dig into the ground and you actually made, like, a mine shaft. I've actually kind of luckily connected to somewhere there, but you could actually very easily have, like, really easy mine shaft, which you could use some, like, stairs to get down to or what have you, or you could have something perhaps a tad more complicated if you so chose. Just got rid of the light source, which is a little bit silly of me, but yeah, there's no reason why you couldn't actually turn this into a cool functional mine shaft. And what I'd put up here, if this was going to actually be used as a mine shaft, I'd obviously have a chest here, and you might even want to have a double chest, and you might want to have some crafting supplies surrounding it. If you want to make the torch look just a little bit more interesting, add an item frame around it. You can even add an oak wood plank inside the item frame to make it look just a little bit better. But that's just a really cool little mine that you can use to, I don't know, it's just kind of like an interesting feature, and it kind of keeps all of your mining secluded over here instead of going all over the place. That is the third thing that we've made. We are looking for one more, however, and we're looking for a nice little fish pond. This fish pond's very simple to make, and it uses these materials. So we're going to need for the fish pond some cobblestone slabs. We're going to need a little bit of oak wood. We're going to grab some oak wood fence. We're going to grab some oak wood slabs. We're also going to grab ourselves a little bit of water because we don't have any. Maybe even some stuff to decorate the area, so poppies, double tall grass, that little bit. But come to the upper right-hand corner of your walls, and you want to move into the left by 1, and then you want to leave a gap of 2 coming down, so 1 and 2. And on top of this third block, we're going to place a cobblestone slab. Move to the left of the cobblestone slab by 2. 1, 2. Place 1 coming down leftwards diagonally. Then place an oak wood, doing the same. Place an oak wood slab coming out of that oak wood. Place an oak wood slab left of this on the ground, and also right of this as kind of like a nice little fishing pier. Place an oak wood on the opposite side of the very first slab that you placed. Then place 2 cobblestone slabs coming downwards to the right diagonally. 1, 2. Connect back to the wall like this. We're going to dig out just about every single block of the pond, leaving just 2 of them alone. Maybe more if you want to add more. I'm going to fill in the pond using water buckets, like this. And I'm going to place a poppy and a little bit of grass, just to make the place look a bit more authentic. On top of the oak wood, I'm going to place oak fence. And on top of, well, coming out the side of one of them, I'm just going to place like an item frame with maybe like a fishing rod. And I might even grab a chest as well. So I'm going to place an item frame on the side of this with a fishing rod, and I'm just going to place a chest in this position, just so that people kind of know what this is for. It's for a little bit of fishing. What I also want to do is I just want to liven the place up